Hi YouTubers, my name is Kevin and you're watching The Royal We. In this message I want to talk with you about why it seems toxic narcissistic people are perceivably more happy and successful while you are broken and hurting and healing and all this stuff. It just seems unfair. And by the end of this message, I hope to give you some principles and some tools so you can know what's truly going on with narcissism and their happiness. But more importantly, what's going on with you? This way, you can figure out and start to strive towards what's going to give you true joy and fulfillment in this life. Now, if this sounds good to you, hit the like button right now, and I will continue. Now, to begin with, let's talk about happiness and success. In reality, it's so subjective. It is not a good measuring tool to use between you and a narcissistically abusive individual. I mean, what do we mean when we say happiness is subjective? It means that it's different for everybody. What makes you happy doesn't make another person happy. What makes narcissists happy, which are some things we're going to talk about in this message, definitely will not make you happy. And so happiness is real problematic in that area. And by the end of this message, my hope for you is that you will identify with something else, something deeper and greater than happiness. And so by the end of this video, we'll get there, I promise you, because there is something deeper and greater that you should strive for rather than happiness. Because again, happiness and success even are very subjective. There's no hard facts as to what that looks like. So the first question then that we deal with narcissistically abusive people is, why are they so happy? How come they get to just go on and be happy, unaware or uncaring of the hurt they've caused in your life and my life? Unaware, uncaring of anything that they do wrong, any pain that they cause. They're just going on and being happy and posting on Instagram and Facebook their happy moments. Why is this? It's so frustrating and it seems so unfair, especially when you're hurting as a result of toxic narcissists. So understand that toxic narcissists live for these happy moments. They are all in when it comes to identifying happy moments, right? So narcissists live according to whatever makes them happy in the moment, and they are all in 100% to that, and that is, in a way, evil. It's wickedness. Because as we've already talked about, happiness is different for everybody. So what makes one person happy doesn't make another person happy, and a lot of times somebody who's wants nothing but to be happy does it at the expense of somebody else. And this is the hard facts. This is the reality. And this is the problem with happiness. I want to give you a couple of examples here. Back in the day, over a decade ago, I worked for a workers' compensation insurance firm, a rather large one. And there was a group of examiners who pulled together within the company. Nobody knew about it. I didn't know about it until it hit the headline news. But these people decided that they were going to set up false medical facility names and bill the insurance company as though they were providing medical services to injured workers. And month after month, they were paying themselves hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why did they do this? Because the results made them happy. Did they care who they were hurting? No. Did they care that they were stealing? No. They were doing what made them happy. I'm going to share one more example with you. Again, back in the day, I was I was a part of Celebrate Recovery, which is like an AA, but it's for all issues that people may struggle with. And in Celebrate Recovery, I was a sponsor for many people. And obviously, I'm not going to give any names or personal information out. However, I will tell you a story of an individual. And by the way, a lot of people at Celebrate Recovery aren't there voluntarily. They're there because it's a court option if people get in trouble. And needless to say, I ended up sponsoring an individual who I found out their deal, or what they struggle with, or what they were addicted to, was stealing, was being a thief. They would break into houses and steal. And the reason was because it provided a rush that made him happy. He didn't think about who he was hurting. Didn't think about the owners of the home. Didn't think about anything else except what made him happy. So as you can see, there's a huge problem when we look at narcissists and say they're happy. It's not fair. The things I just described to you, even though it made those people happy, would it make you happy? Would it make you happy to steal from people's homes? No. Would it make you happy to steal money that you didn't work hard for? To set up something fake and take it? No. That wouldn't make you happy. So to answer your question about what makes narcissists happy, are you sure that what makes them happy would make you happy? They are happy that they hurt you. That gave them a sense of power and then moved on to another relationship. They are happy that they are able to cheat. They are happy. These things provide their happiness. And then the last part about this is that they are 100% all in. They are sold out to the idea of pursuing happiness, so much to the point that when you try to call them out for their behavior, they look at you as the bad person, as somebody who's trying to rob them of their happiness. You see, they don't look at hurting you as being hurtful. They look at it as making them happy. Do you understand this? So when you look at them and what they're doing and why they perceivably have more success and why they perceivably are more happy, look at it as they are happy. They're proud of themselves for what they do. And just because they're happy in that doesn't mean that would make you happy. Now, in all honesty, I'm glad that you are in a place of healing, and I'm glad that you are hurting, and I'm glad that you're in this place because you are going for something deeper than happiness, and we are still going to get there, all right? But let's talk about what you're going through, why it is that you are miserable and hurting and broken. Partly, okay? Part of it is that you are having trouble knowing what it is that you even want in life. The reason you are so close to narcissists and looking at them and what makes them happy is because you have not perhaps identified what will truly bring contentment into your life. So you're stuck in this place where you're in the middle, and that's a horrible situation for you or for me to be, is in the middle ground, not knowing what truly gives us fulfillment in life, and watching the narcissist and kind of wanting what they have. It puts us in the middle where we are rejected from both sides. So here's where we are. We know we don't completely want to be like the narcissist and we don't want to be with them, but we don't know what's on the other side, so we don't want to be there, so we're stuck in the middle. There's a Bible verse in Revelations, and I've heard somebody say this on the channel. In Revelations, I believe it's chapter 6, it says this, "For I know the works that I do, you are neither hot nor cold, but you are lukewarm. I would prefer that you are either hot or cold, but since you are lukewarm in the middle, I will spit you out." And this is how we feel a lot of times. It's just being spit out by the narcissist because we're not 100% for what they're doing and what makes them happy in life, but we have not yet come to our own true self enough to know where the contentment lies in that. So this is the problem with where you're at in the middle, and part of what contributes to the miserable feelings that you have coming out of abuse and why you're stuck, right? It's time to push all the way to that end. And now, finally, what is that end? What's deeper and more important than happiness in this life? And this is why it's important for you to take the time, all the time that you need to heal. Don't rush your healing journey, because what it's leading you to is to live from within yourself so that you can find peace and contentment. I believe this life is about finding peace and contentment. I was at a seminar once where people were asked this question, what's the purpose of this life? And one of the gals raised her hand and said, the purpose of this life is for each and every one of us to have the right to live or to pursue happiness, right? And I believe that's even in the Constitution, pursuit of happiness. I disagree with that because, again, happiness can come at the expense of other people. So let's get deeper than happiness. Let's do away with happiness. And also, happiness requires external things. Narcissists require relationships to be happy. Narcissists require things to be happy. Where we're going with our healing is requiring nothing except just our passions in life to bring fulfillment, contentment, and peace. This is what we want in life, is peace and contentment. Strive for that, not happiness. And against your contentment and peace, narcissism will not stand a chance. I promise you that, right? They will always need to be happy. They will always need external things to make them happy. You, on the other hand, will find peace and contentment from within yourself, requiring nothing from the outside. And narcissism can't touch that. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. Visit www.jointheroyalwe.com to schedule your one-on-one time with me. We could do a telephone consultation. We could do a FaceTime consultation for you Apple iPhone users, and we could do a text message consultation. Also, Monday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time is Royal We Life Chat. This is where we come together as a community and we talk. You can even call in for free so long as you know that the show is live. And then Saturday mornings is Royal We Fellowship. Now listen, the Royal We Fellowship is unlike any other Bible study. We are not adhering or mimicking any traditional Christian way of teaching. We are looking deeply into the Bible, the Old Testament, New Testament, the ancient literature, the Hebrew, the Greek, to really gain new understandings and perspectives pertaining to this world that is toxic and narcissistic. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, join us 9 a.m. Saturday morning, Central Standard Time. You can find the links to everything, all these channels and more, like Instagram and Facebook, down below in the description box. So go down there right now to the description box and find the links. And I'll be back with more videos right here on The Royal We.